group of girls and boys where we're jealous of each other. And you heard what the other called it out below. Okay? And I wasn't even name dropping. If I go to name dropping, huh? And this is why I don't understand. I understand, but I don't understand. Like, how do people go do their bid, whatever, come back and nobody ain't set you up or nothing? Now, that ain't none of my business. I don't know how much, I don't know nothing about what I'm talking about. Only thing I know, if I was a crack dealer, I would probably be out of business because I would give them too much crack.
Good morning, Serena.
So that little crack guy,
Happy Sunday to you. How are you doing? How are you doing? Up early. I'm up early. Got some things to do before I get up out of here, but I'm excited to show y'all. I got to travel just for a minute, and then I'm going to come back and show y'all my Mother's Day gift to me. That's good. Good to hear. Well, of course I said I'm going to leave this crap alone, but I'm also going to correct her antics, period, without even going into any debate, argument, or any of that. This woman can perpetrate her narratives. Just said, hi, sweetheart. Good morning. Good morning to you. Happy Sunday. In the meantime, I want to have my tea. But let me explain why I continue to do this just a little bit. Not no big, long explanation of anything, because most of y'all pretty much knows why I do it. See, a person like this does deserve the silent treatment. It is to now let her continue to talk to herself without a response, because she's the type of person where if you feed the energy, if you keep putting the battery in her back, she will continue to go on and on and on. And you guys know I don't have a problem going on and on and on, especially with spare time of my existence. And I have spare time the majority of the time when I'm home. When I set foot out this door, I don't have time because that's when business is in place now. But in the house, everything is done, my chores. I have relaxed time to just click on here, just like you do. Um, you call her community board. She posted up some bull crap about Washington. And most people who were here in that live heard exactly how the response was to her mentioning two states of Washington. And she really thought that I don't hear, I think she thinks that I don't hear things. So, of course, she got a very sarcastic response to that, because her antics have already been on display a while ago, way back. So if anybody thinks that something cordial to that level was going to come out of that mess of a Angie with two E's, you got to be crazy. Don't forget, I saw how she set up there with that one panel and did all of that buffale. And I'm going to say, I believe that was the time that JoJo was up there. Okay. And I believe that it was pre planned to do that to the public. So I got a phone call, and it was like, hey, she's summoning everybody over because she, wants to apologize and she wants to do this. And um, if I choose to bring that person back into play to verify that, I'm pretty sure it would be no problem. However, it's not necessary to do. It's kid play. Okay? And this is totally where I believe her mindset is at, especially when she's got to impress people or someone. So she ran that live. Matter of fact, I think I'll play it because I have it when I get time. And it was all of that boo-hoo crying and fake crying and oh and I just want to say, y'all remember that. See, it only took that one time for me to see her character at play live. That was her resume. Okay. So I took that. Hi, yeah, hello, X. So I took that, and that is exactly what stuck to me about her character. Because if a person can do it one time, they definitely would try to pull it another time. Okay? The other time didn't just settle over here in that phone call that was recorded on my live. I can recall a few other times where it's all performative for impressions coming from the people, whether if they're saying that that was good or they have some lifelong ass critic, a discussion about it, and things of sort, right? Or they fed into it to give her, what she wants, and that is the recognition for her performance. Pap ain't on that level. Pap ain't doing crap like that. If you are who you say you are, then just be who you are. Everything and some people don't need a standing ovation. Now, I watched her and everybody flocked to her crap. Pap didn't go, didn't need to go, didn't need to be nowhere around it. Again, never, ever been around it. Never clicked on a link, never showing up, never doing nothing. Didn't take no part into any of this crap that was going on out here. Cousin Levi has his lives, right? And all the time, it's, Angie hit the button, Angie hit the link. Who was there? She was there. If she goes over there, the link is dropped. She's got to be up there. If she goes over to the west side, she got to be up there. Got to be seen and noticed all the time. So now she continues to want to go on for some apparent reason to absolutely think what I gave her to think about. Yeah, you keep thinking that Pap is done, but you ain't that swift and that smart with no, I don't give a rat's ass if you got 1,000 damn degrees to crip walk any type of shit around my life or inside of my head. It doesn't work that way. She sounds stupid with the shit that she says. First of all, apparently not recognizing, because obviously she can't recognize that I've been on this earth right now over 50 years. Over 50 years. And I just walk this life with my eyes closed and my ears closed up so everything is unheard and unseen. See, learning is all around us every day, in and out. This is why I let her goofy butt say the things that she do. What the fuck? I've been walking dead? No, that was her. You called yourself half dead. And to me, I'm going to place that to define it as it's a whole lot that she must have missed out on life, unseen and unheard of. But that's her problem, not my problem. So I am going to play this live because you all literally have to hear these excuses again. I call them excuses. Blabber mouths makes a ton of excuses about everything, okay? Fake ass people are the people that needs to equate other people behind their stories. They have to bring them in, make them equivalent to prove, have them say certain things or do certain things or remember certain things to validate what the storyline is. All that do you remember? And I was the one that did, and on and so on. So let me tell you, I ain't got no goddamn stories like that, right? Not because I don't have friends. It's because what was done, it was done. And if I be damned, if I take something that done happened 20 years ago, 15 years ago, or maybe even 5 years ago, to bring it up into the future of my life to have credibility and validity to it, then you got to be crazy as hell. I wish the hell I would. I wish I would. But Goofy is as Goofy does. But see, her angle is to tell you how she saw the story go. Only what her selective hearing has heard. That's it. She don't want to tell people what my response was to it. The reason why I think I am speaking on this the second time because it is really devastating to hear a senior citizen ass woman sit up here and not relay what was reliable in that goddamn story. That's the baffling part about it. And once again, it is left out so that I guess she is setting the impressionable stage to, of course, as a prosecutor, how a prosecuted attorney would work, right? Her position is to make the other person guilty as charged, crucify. That's her position. If she were in a defense, right, then of course you would relay and put it in a questionable manner. Well, did Pap say this? But see, but there's nobody on the stand, but absolutely nobody, for her to act in that manner to bring out the truth to the juror at hand, which is the community. So this is why she run this fucking shit like this. Now, I just said a bunch of shit, and her response to what I just said is definitely going to be, I don't even understand what the hell she's saying. I don't even know what she's saying. Because her relatable and reliable a vocabulary is different than mine. She thinks one way, I think the other. It doesn't necessarily make her right. It doesn't necessarily make me right. But because we are two individuals, I'm going to stand on what I said is absolutely correct the way that I said it. But she'll battle against that. Her lack of understanding has something to do with her impairment of OCD because she was only taught to understand things in a certain way. That's one way. That's her way. I'm not like that. I have an open mind. You can speak sign language. You can speak it under the sun. You can speak it in Germany. But due to the actions at hand, I am able to expand my brain to understand, calculate what it is that you are saying without trying to demise, without trying to life shame. She doesn't have those standards. Therefore, that is exactly why I present to the people out here how she is a straight goofy. You are a goofy for Cocoa Puffs, girl. It don't make no damn sense. See, everything in life ain't gonna be one person's way. She knows that, but she's out on the internet and it's time to get goofy with it. It's time to also show up and show out when somebody pisses you off, where you have to calibrate on fucking nonsense. But let's go.
Say that ain't enough to me. That ain't shit. Look back, I really look. I want people to you know, continue to be my customer and come back for all the crack I have. I'm gonna give you a lot of it. I'm gonna give you the standard, you know, what you usually would get. But yes, honey. So we have to find a way to introduce some more topics and stuff in y'all list. I am calling people, offline, trying to have talks. And, this was trying to get some understanding on what have you. But I also need to have some understanding here, right? Yeah.
This is the genius at hand. This is the smart one at hand who mindset can't expand to think of anything else to do. She needs that we thing because her mindset only operates in one direction right now, and that is only speaking about her, the things that she has done in her life. Instead of taking that mindset and running her some episode series of her life, also angling it towards a visual effect so that people can relate to what she's talking about pertaining to her life. She can't do that. The community over here has her bondage, She's too terrified to do that. She's terrified of someone coming back and talking about it in a bad way and some of a good way, because there's some people out there that will give credit when credit is due. But the ones that'll come back and say something in a bad way, she can't handle that. Psychologically, she is stuck. She can't stand for someone to say, oh, well, I ain't feeling those shoes. Or, oh, people don't wear their hair like that no more. Just the tedious little things like that will have an effect on her freaking mental because her mindset is she's way up here. So whatever her presentation is, whether if it's verbal or visual, right? You are supposed to always say something good. She doesn't accept bad.
By any chance you do not like me referring to your channel, or whatever, because I'm public enemy number one, just let me know. Okay? I won't feel like, I'm gonna say, ooh, he or she weak as hell in my head. I'm gonna say that. But, I don't like to be the cause of someone's, like, two friends or two whatever, and they having friction and shit, whatever. That's never my intentions, right? And again, I announce when I'm on bullshit. Did I announce I was on bullshit? Yeah, I'm on bullshit. Because I had to hurry up and get finished with y'all. So I want to go and do some things that pleases the soul. You know what I'm saying? Nothing arguing with y'all about stupid shit. There's nothing for my soul. There's nothing for me. It's like, what? Just say, oh, one thing I want to credit y'all for is I'm shy, but I ain't shy as I used to be. And I'm not scared like I used to be. Well, not scared I used to be, but like I'm not going to share how I feel about something until you say so. You say if the subject was your ass. Until you tell me how you feel about me, I ain't telling you shit, you know? I don't keep it in. Or the other thing I do, y'all know my default is message music. I will put a whole bunch of songs on there, and then, you know, I remember 7 p.m. this day and a while ago, and he had left my house. He had the DVD, and he got like halfway home because he lived at the beaches. Well, he was like, you trying to tell me something? Oh, Lord. So, don't talk about cutesy stuff like that. Relationship builder, you know, how y'all go by networking, you know, what you need and what you don't need in order to be
Now,
successfully in your head. You understand what I'm saying?
a second, because I have a professional MD that I want to play more of this type of behavior. So hold on 1 second. Let me see. If I can find it. Okay.
Looks like she doesn't. One, she's always the victim. If she's always pointing fingers, blaming you, never taking accountability, it's always everyone's fault but hers, this is not a good sign, and a sign that she's unable to take accountability for her actions, which is obviously not beneficial if you're looking for a healthy, mature relationship. This is the type of girl that's always going to make you feel guilty, who's going to make you feel like you need to be apologizing for things that you didn't even do, simply because of the fact that she can't take accountability for her actions. Plain and simple, it's exhausting to be with someone like this, and a toxic situation to be in where someone is always blaming other people and playing the victim. Now, there's a really big difference between playing the victim and actually being the, person who is in the right in a situation. I'm not saying that she can never be the victim in a situation, but I do think that constantly playing the victim or wanting to be the victim and wanting people to feel bad and throw a pity party for you is not a good way to live your life and is exhausting to be with someone like that. Number 2, and one of the easiest ways to see things from the very beginning, is that they play games. This is something that you honestly might be able to pick up on from the very start and save yourself some time. I say this all the time on my channel. If you have been on my channel for a while, I'm sure you've heard me say this a million times. If she's playing games with you, this is a sign that she is insecure and immature, and we don't have time for that here.
Thank
and also,
you. Okay. Couldn't have said it any better. This is a problem of insecurities, okay?
Successfully in your head. You understand what I'm saying? But they say Floyd got less than $500 million. Okay, well, so he's not broke to me. They might be, we might be broke according to him and his critics, but what? Exactly. And people don't understand. 100 grand ain't shit to blow. Okay? 100 grand ain't shit to blow. So you really, 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 really have to, you know, buy my book by Velvet Jones, How to Be a Hoe, and all this shit.
You can go into why 100 grand isn't much to blow. And that has to do with the effect of the economy and the times that has changed in the economy, the things that have changed out here in the economy. No, if you made 100 grand back then, yeah, it will be quite some time before you should be blowing that money. Housing wasn't expensive. Clothing wasn't as expensive. Cars wasn't that expensive. So 100 grand to some people could have went a long time. But because of the economy, yeah, you can blow 100 grand in no time. Yeah, a cruise line for two people can cost you close to $5,000 to $6,000. Now, cruise a couple of times within a year on that. Now, go on a massive shopping. Yeah, go out and buy those expensive cars that you want. Go out and buy all of the unnecessary material shit that you probably don't need, but you want because it's impressionable to the people. Watch that 100 grand deplete. Yeah. So, uh, hey, but this is her. This is her back up on the big stage.
My guy. I don't know, I'm gonna add something to it to make it
But to shorten this up, I'm going to fast forward.
Here, like what is the problem? Let's get to it. You understand what I'm saying? Think um um these arguments, these fights, it's so juvenile, and they oftentimes
And might I
involve
add,
the
right? Those words you hear doesn't mean that you're dumb by far at all. It has to do with aging. When you age, your mind just does not operate the same way in the manner that it would have if you were younger. If you pay attention to the public out there, when you're around people communicating, people under the age, and this is a scientific fact, I'm just not, can't go all the way back to bag this up, but you all should hear it and know it by now with your experiences out here in life when you are amongst older people compared to younger people. Younger people minds are still young at heart. The only time that you may not hear and frequently in an older person, it has to do with the chemical balance where when you're upset or when you're arguing, oh, the words can just flow fantastically, blah, 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 blah. But when you have your mind at that REM level of the mind, right? You your mind is thinking, well, what word or what should I say next? So it has that pausation in it. I'm just showing you guys, telling you guys the difference in someone constantly saying that they are very intelligent or highly educated and articulate in the way that they speak. However, you can recognize the age of a person when you start to hear um, Even I do it. I am not young anymore.
And old people, you be like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, or maybe not back in the day, so far back. Just say your kid or yourself have three similar incidents. Maybe it's not about the other people, maybe it's truly your kid. You have to be open to receive those things. If not, you're gonna see them at the black school yanking the child hand and the mother going off on the damn principal and everybody that she can pass through to say, the school picking on their children and stuff like that. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Yeah, man, I just don't want no foolishness. I know I like to. I'm gonna give people their flowers. I'm gonna tell them in there when I like their content. Tell them they learn something, whatever. If anybody for any reason don't want me doing that or aren't allowed to receive those type of things, let me know. So I can stop or whatever. I don't know about it. Really fucking with me. I really don't know about fucking with me. You understand what I'm saying?
Now, there's a name for people like her. I just can't recall it, but I see it some of the time or have seen it some of the time in my lifetime. And that is, let me talk about what I've done for so many people, what I can do for so many people. And then you find yourself caught up with this person, and this person just sits to tell you everything that they have done for somebody in their life. That is a person that is, of course, looking for some type of freaking recognition from you, or which is the main one, acceptance, want you to celebrate, hoo, ha ha, good job. They feed on that. They feed on that. And I'm going to play this so that you can understand what it is that I'm saying, even though I know most of you do.
You know those kids who bully the people? They talk down to you. To a point, it may seem like they're addressing you as someone inferior, which they probably are. They could be calling you mean names, which I would not say because they are probably easy to identify, and they could just be rude in general. They may also assume you don't know what they're talking about and clarifying obvious things that didn't need an explanation to. At some point, they might even ask you insinuating questions or throw out some backhanded compliments. Here's an example. Wow, those jeans almost make you look thin. Do you hear how mean that sounds? Number two, they overlook your accomplishments. Nothing will ever be enough for recognition with this person. Your wins are looked over because they are never
Only hers. She only wants to make hers so profound and noticeable to the crowd that she is around or talking to here out on this internet.
true accomplishments in their eyes since, well, you're not them. Real friends celebrate even the smallest wins, so it becomes clear pretty quickly that this person simply thinks they are above you and won't even acknowledge you. Number three, every conversation is about them. For example, you went to Europe, you should hear about their trip a few years back. It'll be exaggerated on how fancy or lavish it was. You got a promotion? Well, they'll try to flex their position if they are higher up or even talk about their side hustle business and how
Now, we all who's been watching has witnessed this. Now, sometimes it does take another or different profession uh, to say this in order for the alleged profession of the other person to understand it, to calculate it. See, this person is out here speaking amongst other people without having the professional skills to detect and refute what the hell she's always saying. So she can pretty much get away with it and also continue to feel herself. But had there been another skillful profession in this type of psychological area that can bring that awareness out in the public as it's spoken upon by her. Good morning, hon. Good morning, love. Right? Then she'll have several seats, or maybe not, because her mental now has only been absorbed by her. I only know me. There is no outside world. It's just me.
Successful it is. You can cook a good meal, they'll love to barge in and talk about their favorite dish, especially if you're talking. No matter what you say, they'll get the conversation
Happy
spotlight
Sunday,
focused right back on
Patrice.
them in seconds. It's almost like a skill, really. Number 4, they brag. When the conversation shifts back to this person, they will be sure to go on about themselves. You'll hear about all their latest cool outings, accomplishments, ideas, and experiences. It is a rare day in history that this person will open up about anything negative in their life.
Okay.
This isn't because
So
they have.
now I'm going to interject Papoose in this story part right here, in this demonstration. You guys have been with me when I take a tour, when I'm heading on the highway, when I'm heading to my job, sometimes if I'm heading to the store. And I allow you guys inside of my world of what I'm doing, which is nothing no different than what you guys do on a intimate basis, right? Okay. Once I displayed that, I'm done with that. You will never hear Papoose come back to tell you how this or that was so much better than this or that. You'll never hear Papoose tell you, oh, well, I don't think that this creamer, which I don't drink coffee for creamer, is better than this one. You'll see me cam up and just pick the creamer that I desire. That's it and that's all. But he's explaining to you the furtherance of how certain people inside of their world is just crazy. Think that everything, everybody, and it'll come back saying, no, I don't. And no, I don't. And that's because that condition, a part of life is instilled in her. There's nothing that can be changed about that. And in her mind, it's a good thing. And entitled to it. Go right ahead. I'm just demonstrating on the fact of what this is that exists inside of what she thinks is a good thing.
A perfect life, it's because they think they do, at least compared to you. So that's how they want it to be like. Call it living in a bubble, you may. Number 5, they always show off in front of you. While bragging about their experiences and skills in conversation is a given, this person will also toss in showing off their material possession as well.
Okay.
Flashing their money, new clothes, cars, blings, or electronics is a sure way to show that they think they're above your pedigree.
Okay.
Basically,
now I'm going to end that because I have to confess as the person that I am. I've done that. It's not a good feeling. One, because you never know what another person has or could be going through. So I know that's wrong. I can step up and say, that's wrong, because I would never want to put anybody down and not see them on what the hell that I'm showing off that they don't have. If I have it, my goals in life is to, at least if I'm going to show this off, act this kind of way, that's to whoever's around me or needs something. And there has been people that I don't even know out here on YouTube that knows that part of me. But I'm going to make sure, I'm going to try my damnness, especially if it is asked of me. And I know that I'm sitting here with, yes, I got you. Now, that may sound like a form of contradiction as for from coming from the demonstration, right? But sometimes we can't help that, because I needed to clear that up on the reason why I am the way that I am when I don't want to say it's bagged into a corner, right? But sometimes in certain conditions, you're forced a hand to play. I guess that's a better way to form it. You're forced a hand to play. Take spades, for example. Okay. You're only sitting there with 8 trumps in your hand. You got 4 face cards. You're forced to play that even though you don't want to, because you want to have it set up where maybe your partner can get one book in, but you got the other, the what you need to run the Boston. But you want to play a little bit. I want to see what the opponent's going to do when I already know that I'm sitting over there with the Boston in my hand. But I ain't ready, but I'm forced to do it because this is all I have. I have no choice. But I got to run the Boston earlier. The game only lasts a good 2 minutes. We're done with that.
They're trying to say that they're better than you. Number 6, they think they deserve everything and anything. Someone who thinks they're better than you will also think they're better than most other people. For example, you can sense their entitled attitude by how they behave towards the service industry, especially when something doesn't go their way. Pay close attention in places like restaurants. If they yell at the waiter because their food doesn't taste how they envision, it could just be a Karen who's just not having it. Trust me, I've waited tables before.
We've seen that go on. Because, obviously there was a mistake over at the restaurant, and what the guy said outside of the drive-through window wasn't pleasing enough. That situation had to be taken further into the restaurant where there were other people around, but a particular stance had to be made. This ain't finna happen to me. When in fact, after the drive-through window was pretty much settled and the guy said what he said, it wasn't satisfactory to that person. So now I got to go inside and pull over and stand tall and let this person know that, and we seen that.
Successfully in your head. You understand what I'm saying? But they say Floyd got less than $500 million. I
don't want to hear that shit.
You know. Buy my book by Velda Jones, How to Be a Hoe, and all this stuff. My guy. I know I'm gonna add something to it to make it actual.
I'm not gonna be long with this crap here. Y'all hit the like button, share the channel, subscribe, please.
Like I was selling Tupperware. Because we're gonna have to get here on burger. We're gonna have to get here. Like, what is the problem? let's get to it. Understand what I'm saying? Think um, um, these arguments, these fights, it's so juvenile, and they oftentimes involve the same old people. And you be like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Empathetic moment.
I'm not back in the day, so far back. Just say your kid or yourself have 3 similar incidents. Maybe it's not about the other people, maybe it's truly your kid. You have to be open to receive those things. If not, you're gonna, you're gonna see them at the black school yanking the child hand and the mother going off on the damn principal and everybody that she can pass through to say, the school picking on their children and stuff like that. I'm like, Lord have mercy. Man, I just don't want no foolishness. I know I like to. I'm gonna give people their flowers. I'm gonna tell them when I like their content. I'm telling them they learn something, whatever. If anybody for any reason don't want me doing that or aren't allowed to receive those type of things, let me know. So I can stop or whatever. I don't know about really fucking with me. I really don't know about fucking with me. You understand what I'm saying? I really don't. I want good people only. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's very, this is so clear.
So now that is stated, as she likes to put it, in others on the record, let's fast forward where you can detect bipolarism, where you can detect narcissism. Because the face that just said this comes off in like a second or two.
If he's a good person, he's not going to have with me. She acted ill.
There it is.
I was her best and stabbed her in her back. And that is not at the least bit of what happened. Oh, she did leave us with stuff on her wall. I read this bullshit and I'm going to talk to the game.
So my question is, you can leave it in the comments. Prior to this, a statement was made. I only like this. And if you don't want me to make my rounds and give flowers to things that is of my likeness, right? Then let me know. Okay? This is the type of baloney that you just shouldn't believe, especially within a couple of seconds later, that whole mask comes off and now becomes the storyline about onepap. You just can't make this up.
First thing it said, catfish, your post made it to the big, I guess she went college stage. Ooh, child.
No, that's not what I meant. See, that's because her mind is so conditioned about this whole goddamn college crap. That's the only thing that she could think of. That's the only thing that she could think of. College. Yeah. Not the LLEGE. That's not how I spelled it. I spelled it exactly how it's supposed to be spelled, which I was indicating kaleidoscopes page, the college. She's made it to the big stage. But see, she had to listen, it's on my page. And you respond to it. Now you want to make it seem like somebody's dumb with the spelling because your mindset is stuck. You're stuck. But I was just, putting information out there for the people that rocks with Pap channel. That whole half of a text message that, we displayed out here about her helping the cousin Levi and needing to help infamous Sylvia has made it over there into that girl's investigation. That's all I was saying. Do I give a rat's butt about it? No. It was just me being petty. It's been petty. Oh, you made it over there. I wonder how she's going to, speaking of kaleidoscope, entangle all of that into that when she has her narrative up based on kind of, what we were discussing and laughing about the other day, which was Nicole Blank Becker and Greenberg and some other things. So I think that, in my opinion, that fitted in that story just perfectly. Well, we need to get to the bottom of that. Even though I could give two shits less pretty much about it, would I like to see it come alive in part of this dynamic of people being so invested or vetted into R. Kelly's life? Yeah, it's an important part of the freaking puzzle that should not disappear.
Okay. Investigate what?
Lost.
Huh?
Totally lost. See, when you say things indirectly of how she tried to put it, right? Most people out here without the 20 freaking college CLLEGE degrees, you all can pick up and understand what she's saying. You can understand what she's saying when she skip tracing, jumping all around the freaking board, hopscotching. You all get it. But if you put something up that is not in her norm of learning, she's confused. She's lost. Her brain does not expand outside her circumference of the conditioning learning that was taught to her. Now, you may ask yourself, what's more damaging? You have to develop your own conclusion to that. Mine has been made. You stay in that little bubble of yours when there's a whole entire outside world that speaks in so many different languages and terminologies and actions of things, and you ain't never touched on it and learned about it, you will be lost. Now, she's totally lost about my post. Now she's not, because I explained it a little bit more thoroughly for people who are conditioned into their own world.
I hope she ain't.
Good morning, Teddo. Good
I hope
morning.
she ain't.
Teddy just woke up like, okay, where's
Like
my breakfast?
threatening me, 'cause I told her I don't want nobody to do that. And people always think it's
You
me.
hear it? I hope that she's not back into threatening me. That's the only thing that she can come up with to rebuttal back to my post on. Lost in the sauce. Lost in the world. She's been trapped. She's been taught. and her ways will never change. Apparently, being out here on YouTube around so many different content creators has not helped her either. Because this was a whole entirely different scope of learning different things, different languages. And I'm not talking about whether if you're speaking Spanish or Dutch or Latin and stuff like that, right? I'm talking about how the majority of people adapt to the understandings of other objects, things around you outside of your bubble so that you can be able to understand it and communicate with it as well without having this negative mindset to be ready to attack when it's not to your understanding.
That, threatening with somebody's ass. No.
She's reading it again so that she can make sure she understands it, just in case she said some things that should have not been said.
And she talking about leaving stuff open or whatever, I guess, to fill in the blanks or for interpretation. No. I just have no need to really want to help out.
Okay, well, let's pause that. Because that demonstration I just played, you guys, explained that. She felt that she had no need to explain what she was saying or complete her sentence of what she stated, right? For anybody else to have understanding about it, to respond accurately to it. But because she left that open and I applied to it what my understanding was about it, here she comes now choosing to use what they call a reverse psychology. I'm going to make her look stupid instead of this so-called wannabe freaking teacher come back to say, no, Pap, I meant I made too much money to file in the last 20 years because had I filed, I would have had to pay back. Do you know that I would have responded to that correctly, to everything that was formed in that statement? But this knuckle butt brain clearly says that I haven't filed my taxes. No, I didn't receive taxes in over 20 years. That could have meant, as I explained it on my part, that damn, you ain't never paid your taxes. You've been skip tracing years to pay your taxes, which made perfectly good sense to say because there was no other part of that statement for me to be open-minded about, to respond to it the way that she expected for you to respond to it. Good morning, Tears. Happy Sunday. But this is her. This is how she thinks that she are smoothly operating. It wasn't until Joy came in and said, Well, Pap, here's what I think she is saying. Joy explained it to me based on what was missing out of her explaining her 20 years of not filing. Joy got a rebuttal in return from me, totally understanding. Oh, okay. Because I know she worked. We saw it. We saw Walmart. We hear her talking about, which I don't know that to be true, but we hear her talking about. That's all I have to go on. Stalking freaking clothing stores by the color. We hear her talk about working for this. You never hear anything, I don't believe, her talking about being an employer anywhere. And if she was, okay, kudos to her. But today itself, it clearly shows that that must have subsided because she is not an employer today. But nevertheless, she missed everything up in there, left it open, and that's how I responded. Now, Joy comes back after she explains it, and I said, okay, I get it. I changed it now based on Joy clearing that up, not her. She wanted to jump back in and continue to argue about how someone is dumb and stupid. And then that is when she retracted her half-ass statement about some 20 years and I haven't filed to exactly the way that Joy explained it. Let's get it right.
And you know, and it but she gives a lot of context and information on her. Yeah, it's like, and I'm saying, I don't know if she's saying, because I know she spelled college wrong or she's saying collage. So I'm trying to figure out what my post made it. I don't know.
I'm going to point this out to you. What I posted up, look how much time you're spending on that catfish, right? Because that's going to feed into your energy. And I know that it was. Because now you're going to sit and prepare your next step. I will be and continually will rebuttal to your crap like this. I am your lifeline because if you were and are or you have that maturity or that life you say you have and things that you say you can do without all of that, no, I am your interruption addict. You should have been able to read that and said, man, this girl should miss me with this shit. I ain't got, as you done said 1,000 times, I don't have time for this stuff. Yeah, you do. Right now. I'm proving it right now. You stuck right there, rereading that irrelevant crap that I put up there to go search, put the pieces of the puzzle together. And I'm willing to bet after you find it, after I just told you where it was, you'll probably have something to say to kaleidoscope on it. But you made it over there on the big stage with that posting. Now you can do whatever you want with it, which I already presume that you're not gonna be able to hold in that big yapper mouth of yours. You're going to come out and explain it, and I don't care who did this and get belligerent, and it is under the scope now of the majority of these goddamn YouTube channels out here. Oh, what is that? She got that stuff up there like it's newly information. Checkmate, bitch. When you got to put dumb in their face.
I ain't putting that, but no. Damn. Oh. Mental.
And again, I guess you can go and talk about that. I may have said something about kaleidoscope, freaking AI, and all of that, but it ain't repetitive. I said it one time, two times. I left that shit alone. What the hell do I got to keep going on about that? And know what? By golly, oh, what? I came across that freaking app, and yes, once again, she wasn't the first one. That shit been out with those type of thumbnails forever. It just so happened to get advertised to me through one of my freaking videos that I was watching. And I was like, oh, let me try this. And you know what? They're actually fun. The crazy thing is that, nope, it's not free either. You pay for credits through that stuff, but I think that they're fun. But you wants to go in on that. Now, me, doing those freaking AI virtual freaking thumbnails like that are so fun. They are so funny, right? Has nothing compared to her putting that post that you written, helping people while Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly was out here fighting for his life. You were in the midst of it all too, right? What I done ain't nowhere near close of being under an investigation. But what your ass sat over there and wrote up and that shit got left out here for people to grab, it's under investigation. And you know this, I am your lifeline. Without me, you like, is that Tony Braxton's song? I can't sleep, baby. No, that's R. Kelly. I can't sleep, baby. Without you in my life, I can't go on, babe. I got about my time is crunching down, y'all. I got to get it moving. Yeah, 15 people watching. It should be 14 likes. It should be 14 likes on that thumb. Thank you for the next like. I appreciate it. I don't know what she mumbling about this. She must ain't had no Mountain Dew.
I don't know, maybe she can explain to me. Baby.
It's done. It's done. It's explained. We'll wait for your video. Or I will, because these people don't watch your ass, so I'm going to bring it to them. Allegedly, they don't watch you. Let me say that.
Okay, and you are a bitch ass loser, no doubt about it. If you say you're, what is it? Smart City. What's the good name?
Okay,
She make sure it's a word.
now she do not want to read it right. So we're going to display it while she try to read it because she skipped trace shit. And this is me, since she wanted to come out and put that buffale ass crap up about Washington. And y'all go over and like up that freaking post. Okay? I appreciate it.
Oh, you really just proved the goofy. I'm so tired you call me goofy. You're getting enough word.
You are a bitch loser, no doubt about it. If you think that you're, matter of fact, let me pause her to read it to y'all. Hold on, before she utter her bull crap. Hold up. She's gonna utter some shit. Right? Now she don't like my choice of word. What did I just play, y'all, from that goddamn doctor about people like that? You are a bitch ass loser, no doubt about it. If you think that your sarcasticity about Washington, we gonna play that too before I get off, flew over my head, you really just proved the goofy you are. I told your goofy ass to ask your postmaster. I also told your goofy to put DC on them and a stamp on them. Put them bitches in the mail, them bitches off and see what happened. Because she sat up there and think that I didn't hear her say she has 2 freaking letters going to Washington. This is a goofy, I'm telling y'all. If I said put DC on it, that applies to both. Your stupid bitch ass mentioning some stupid shit with your stupid ass games you want to play. I said contact your general postmaster. I also said that you can throw them away. Now, why in the would I tell anyone to throw away mail if I thought that they were serious? Yo, cunt ass. Hold on. These are the trick games that she thinks that she can play because she thinks that she's messing with stupid people. Your trick ass look good. Insecurities are and deal with it or drown in it. You jealous heifer, get your own life. Mine's is not for sale nor play. Like I said, you a bona fide, solidified, goofy. Tricks are for kids. And all of that yapping and probing you try don't work over here. That's all you can pick away at was the Washington out of all of that conversation. That's what she wanted. But these are the type of games that she played, just like she did with that grandstanding, what was it, maybe 2.5, 3 years ago, up there crying, I'm just sorry, you guys, and I know, and then my health is this, and I'm going through that, and I get that phone call, tell my son, she want to apologize, and I promise you, if I could bring that person back in, which I wouldn't do no shit like that, right? They'll tell you exactly what I said. And back then, it was still F that bitch. I wish I would fall into that freaking type of playground stuff. And guess who was up there when she was doing it? It was JoJo that was sitting up there. Now, I'm not saying that this was premeditated between him and her. What I'm saying is that he sat up there when they both came on and somebody or the other, one or the other, knew that that was going to be some bullshit to the goddamn public. Am I lying or not? You lonely heifer, you bipolar and delusional. And that's why the ninjas caught a 757 away from your goofy corn killing ass. That is what I said. But now you'll probably hear something differently.
Stop to be doing all of this stuff. Stop using words.
Listen.
Right.
Listen.
Just talk regular. Dang. We know you ain't smart.
See? That is a form of haterism, jealousy. So when everything now is in its format, right? It's still a problem. What did the doctor just say to you all? It's still a problem. let me still go on to try to impress people about how I am inside of my bubble by attacking people outside of my bubble. This is her motive. This is her actions. This is toxic, goddamn behavior. This is also a weirdo and a solidified goofy.
It's a fun weapon. April, see, trip. The aim option is sacrifice another. Got to be drive supply and demand. Child, the word you use, honey, is has something to do with supply and demand. It had nothing to do with Washington and my question.
Okay. Just so I wanted y'all to hear the narcissistic behavior. The word that I use, she talked about me, had to deal with supply and demand. Now, y'all know that's not true. Y'all know good goddamn well that that is not true. But this is how she thinks that she's clever enough to flip a freaking story to sway her way. Now, I can go into the details on what is supply and demand, but I don't have to do that with you guys because I know that you all know what supply and demand is. So somewhere in her dumbass head, this is what she conjured up to say. And I'm not going to say that y'all not questioning this because I already know. I think I know what y'all saying about this. But we know saying, put a stamp on it, contact your postmaster, throw that shit in the mail in the garbage for all I give a rat's ass, has absolutely nothing to do with supply and demand. But let Goofy carry on.
I hear you just prove the goofy beat. You were this scarcity word in that, and you didn't say, hey, it ain't no two.
See?
Or you could say, girl, are you trying to treat me?
It's what she wants to hear. I'm breaking this down for y'all. Hit the like button. It's what she wants to hear. It's the conditioning of her mind, right? I don't have to say, this is what you should say. All because of what I did say does not resonate in her goddamn head. Because she's a goofy and she's a fucked up individual. Already sustained in the making of life. She's done. Fried gizzard.
Whatever. You could have cussed me out and said, damn well, I know it ain't no two-city, but it ain't Washington. Girl, go ahead on this.
Had I done that your way, catfish, the only thing that would have done was to give you submission to carry out another stupid, irrelevant argument. Move your tactics on over there somewhere to the Pacific Ocean and drown yourself, stupid bitch. You ain't as clever and slick as you think you are. Your Game of Thrones is done. You're done. I'm girl.
Best to ask your postmaster, bitch. I also tell you, bitch, and to put DC and a stamp on them bitches and mail them bitches off and see what happened. If I said put DC on it, that applies to both. Your stupid bitch ass mentioning some stupid shit with your stupid ass games you want to play. I said contact your general postmaster. Also said you can throw them bitches away. Now, why in the fuck would I tell anyone to throw mail away if I thought that they were serious? Your cunt ass need to really try to do some cruddy shit to make your bitch ass look good. No, you always trying to make me look bad. And girl, that was the opening call. It was at the opening. Oh Lord. Insecurities.
What does that explain, catfish? Whether if that was at the opening, the middle, or the end. That still does not take away your goofy shit. You could have put it over there, under there, up over there. It was still goofy. And you sitting here thinking that it wasn't detected. They say, sit back, let a goofy bitch talk. Eventually, the response that you get, number one, you ain't gonna want. You're gonna sit over there and try to justify it in a different manner. The rat trap that you think that you set, snap back on your ass, let you talk. But now you can't absorb, the sarcasm respond that you got. Oh, I should have asked you what you meant. Why? When I can recognize goofy. Why? Goofy games. Why? Did you mail them off? Did you put the stamp on there and mail both of them bitches and see what happens with them? Go ahead.
Deal with it or drown it. You jealous helper. Get your own life. Mine's not for sale or for play. Oh my God. Oh my God. Now I'm going to have to speak to this. Wait a minute. Lady, there's nobody I can think of.
We know that you can be jealous of. We know you done said that a trillion damn times. So here's the thing. If that is valid, then move the fuck on. Just keep reading. Because see, a jealous person would need to respond to that to explain why. You don't have, what's understood don't needs to be explained. But let me let you explain why not.
Your life. Are you insane?
Yep. See, hey, when the rabbit got the gun to put your own goddamn dose of medicine back on your ass, you can't handle that. Once again, let's make it all about you, Angie, with 2 E's. Let me have the moment to stand out. How dare this bitch says that I'm jealous of her. Well, let me tell you why I'm not jealous of her, because I did this and you did that and you don't, and you ain't married and I'm divorced, and you're the same repetitive bullshit that you about to keep saying. Nothing different and nothing new.
You don't have no life, bitch.
There it is. Well, wait a minute. What is it that you would consider? Can you put up a demonstration about me not having a life? What would be all the considerations evolving around having a life? Put those up in a demonstration. A through goddamn D or C if you want to. And I guarantee you that I'll qualify for having a life. Oh, let's see if you can do that, smarty pants. Let's see if you do that. Do that. You can put up the first one. Put up the first one. And I guarantee you that you'll get that one wrong. Name the first one that qualifies me of not having a life. And I guarantee you, you're going to get it wrong. I guarantee you. Let me see if your pea-brained headed ass can think above the surface level to just put one. Just one.
Now this is more than temporary insanity. She gonna meet you.
Temporarily
Okay.
insanity.
How am I doing? Who was it keeping up with everything someone said or did or what posted?
Get
or
the
so
likes. I need 7 more likes while I break her down to her ankles. 7 more likes. We're almost done here.
Jealous and insecure about what? Want your life? Who the fuck wants your life? The man trying to steal $5 and you got to drive to the motherfucking West Coast to get your car fixed. You got $1,000. No, bitch, y'all.
We explained that. There's no stealing over here. See, what's his is mine's, and what's mine's is his. That's just how we flow over here. I don't know if you hating on that. And me taking my vehicle hundreds of miles away is because I can do that. See, why would I leave it over here where someone wants to charge me a certain number in the grand amount when I got family over there and the vehicle is operable to get it there when they ain't gonna hardly charge me shit? Why would I do that? Why would I do that, dum-dum? Why? Why would I go over here if it's in the grands and I can save money and go over there for the same goddamn work to be done? Oh, and by the way, the truck that broke down, my mom's truck, the work truck that hauls all of his tools and stuff around, oh, it's back up and running in about, I think, a week. The motor's here. Louisiana, baby. He getting it back up and running. Stuff, material shit, and shit just happens. It ain't no brand new goddamn truck, you dumb. It's his work truck. But let's carry on because I should have expected you coming back with some goofy shit to say. And then that pushes me into explaining the reality of life about some things that you choose to speak on. That's why you're goofy.
No. And it's something else you said, I'm going to clown your ass on. Because you won't just stop making up shit. You're making it. Lady, you so mad that I showed how dumb you were yet again. That is not my fault. That wasn't the answer to the fucking question. You should have said,
this is probably why your ass is not teaching. This is probably why your ass is not teaching. This is exactly why I think that you're now at FedEx. You ain't worthy to be a teacher. You're not. You're not. Every answer. Let me recant that. Obviously, it done slipped your mind that there's more ways than one to solve a math problem. I'm going to leave that right there and let that sink into you. No, I'm not. Changed my mind. So now, the algebra teacher that gave this assignment out, right, knows that there are going to be exam papers returned back with a few different ways of how those students resolved that algebra problem. The only thing that she asked of them, because it may be one math problem demonstration that she may not be aware of. And that algebra professor may need them to explain it, break it down. However, that student got the right answer. But how did you get it? I think this is now coming to my understanding about you even more clearer on how you so fucked up in the head. Bitch, you is one fucked up individual. Period. But because all of those students answer demonstration didn't come to resulting into what you wanted to see, but they got the right answer. You probably failed all them bitches. And they out here now shooting up schools, stealing wheels off of the cars, robbing, sexually assaulting people, all because of your motherfucking teaching. You got a fucked up, funny way of teaching. And I told you, I would have never took your class had I detected this was the type of fucking bullshit that you are. I would have probably had to go and start a committee to get your bitch ass voted the fuck up out that goddamn online teaching shit. Pretty much. Stupid.
You should have caught that. I was trying to be funny real quick. If you knew that there's only one state that's called Washington.
Oh, we gonna play it.
Who don't know
I'm
that?
gonna play it. We're gonna play what I said. I'm gonna
Again.
let the people rehear the pausing
You nutted. You nutted
in my response.
Okay. It said,
Listen to her.
like I said,
You ought to not never want to talk about this no more. You ought not never. Because you're convincing on that. You know it's such bullshit. But I forgot, you're standing in the face of needing to allow people to hear your bullshit. Okay, well, because I'm getting ready to get off, we're going to replay it. Obviously, the words are just not good enough for you when you read them. That, and then just put a stamp on it and drop it in your nearest mail. Let's listen to them ask you. Let's listen to you ask that stupid shit. Established now I'm talking to her relationship. Normal. We're talking normal, right? But I knew that this bitch don't have an ounce of normality in her ass. I'm trying to go on in a natural, normal conversation, knowing that I know this bitch character. from that stage play that she did over there, bringing all of those people up over there running, which was happened to be the most views that she had gotten during that time of that year. Oh, they flocked like a motherfucker. Except for Pap. They were in there deep. For her to come back and play all of them goddamn bullshitting ass games. I got you, I got you, I got you, motherfuckers. Not only was it played by her constituent also was up there. And I kind of don't like using the word constituent because it has something to do with relations of military. However, let me change it to people. Okay, this person. This shit was either premeditated or she thought of this goofy ass shit on her own and he just sat there and allowed it to play out. Okay? That was detected. That was detected from me. I'm looking I'm sitting here, y'all, like, I can't believe these people falling for this bullshit. Next thing I know is, how many of y'all remember? Put the hearts, send that 100 up the screen. I just want to see how many of y'all remember that shit played out. Because that there announced to me even more, other than the way she showed up, to address Randa on my channel, me not knowing shit about her. But that video there announced who her goddamn character is, could be, hell, was before she even came out here on this goddamn internet. It was her resume. And she sits there and thinks that because she mentioned two goddamn with her ignorant ass, because she wants to play, that I don't hear her talking about two goddamn mailings with Washington on it. Did I respond to her right away? Because I'm sitting here saying, the fuck do this bitch think she is? But because I didn't respond the way, like she just told y'all, of what I should have said, she's in denial about what the fuck I did say. So she doesn't want to look at it as me being sarcastic back at her bitch ass. No, she wants to retort it to this dumb ass because it wasn't what she wanted to hear, right? Because she knew her goddamn goofy ass had done failed. But I didn't think that that's what we were out here doing. Didn't I call her back? Didn't I try to talk cordial? But look at the flip-flop in this bipolar ass bitch, because she can't help herself. She's conditioned already. She can't be broken from it. Not unless you feed her what she wants, and that is to allow her to crip walk all of her fucking pleasure about being some goddamn attorney or about being above of everybody else. You're wrong, and she's always right. Now she'll come back in that denial thing. Oh, me, that's not you, that's not you. Fall for the bullshit in the okie dokes if you want to. Chip, with these girls coming into the picture. She came into the picture. She, whether she's interviewing them or protecting them or whatever the case may be, right? Now, she tells the people that I only sat here to reach inside of her world. But yet then, here is me answering a question cordially. No bullshit attached, right? Of her asking me questions about my child. Put those hundreds up in the chat if you were here and that's what you saw. If you didn't see or you didn't gather it that type of way, then put the thumbs down or whatever selection is over there because I can't see it. But that's what I heard her asking me questions about my child. Why would I sit on here just to open the door and offer any information about it? No, I was being cordial. She couldn't even hold on to the C in cordial because she came with the same buffale ass shit that the majority of you guys saw her actions on that prior video, inviting these people over with that fake ass bullshit that she did. It's her. That's her. That's the real her. But now you have the queen who, in my opinion, that in which I do agree with Beauty, Claudine, sounding like Nicole, but not bashing Azarel and them, but she showing the hell ain't for them. She showing the hell ain't for them on here. So you can see that unbalanced, lane. So I'm like, what the fuck? But Nicole was with them. Nicole was, polite to them, and Nicole liked them, and Nicole, but now the queen.
Actually, it's illegal to be in.
Hold on, let
There's
me
no
just
way
get
in
to
this
the
world.
I don't want to hear. Let's get to the Washington.
Oh, okay, let me call Catfish back. Go lay down, Shannon. You
it's
finna
coming
miss
up.
this one. I'm finna call Catfish back. Mm-hmm. Sure is. Now, I said, don't bring your girl to the club.
Now, you're going to hear the phone click when she answers, right? Like, don't nobody know that she's recording.
Record nothing. I ain't finna do none of that because I'm not on none of that. If she want to talk in peace, we gonna talk in peace. If she gets loud, then I'm just gonna hang up on her.
Now,
that's just that.
Before it is detected that, okay, well, Pap lied. She said that she wasn't going to record this. Well, my moderator says, no, Pap, put it on recording. So that's why we're rolling it. Shannon was like, no, 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 no. And then I had to catch on to that. You know what? You're right. Because I won't have the receipts on what she's saying. So shout out to Shannon. Put it on the live. That's why it's on the live.
I'm going to give her a chance to be and act like a woman that she claims she is. Now, because I can't get.
I'm good on that.
Because
I'm good on that. I sit up and talk to you, and you and I have spit on each other. But because I can detect that that's not your demeanor, and I know that you can detect that it's not mine, but because we bumped heads all about this R. Kelly ass shit, which I don't give a rat's ass about now. I know what side I'm on. You know what side you on. I can sit up and talk to you for years before I would ever fuck with a bitch like that. Ever. I wish the fuck I would.
Out on the phone that I need to use. Okay. Are y'all good with that? Y'all good with that? Okay, so all right. Hold on. Let me get the number. It's gonna cycle for a minute. I'm gonna call her back. Hold on.
State your name after the tone, and Google Voice will
I know, Claudine. I know.
Papoose.
Listen to she's gonna click the recording, right? And it's going to go right into this whole Washington shit that she over there trying to shake and bake.
Hello?
Yeah, this Pat.
Listen. Okay, wait a minute. Are you on your live?
Don't you want to? Don't, do
You
you
hear
want to be
that?
on the
You hear the
live?
background where it double repeated itself? Yeah, start recording. So she has that delay, and it picked up the last thing I said. Now she's recording herself.
I don't care.
Are you gonna talk civilized?
No, I'm not gonna talk civilized.
Well, then why you call?
Now I missed that
Cause
part.
this
I should have hung up then. Agree, y'all? I should have hung up then when she replied back, no, I'm not going to talk civilized. I didn't catch that swift enough because I should have ended that call. I should have ended that. Since she could not agree to be civilized on here, that's where I fucked up at. And I should have caught that. When I went back to listen, I was like, fuck, I should have ended that damn call on this bitch. She already done premeditated how she was finna to run this here. Not as someone coming cordial, not respectful, and definitely not as a lady. The same mental buffale bullshit that she pulled on that live a couple of years ago. This is who this bitch is.
my line is only for civilized people.
Because you ain't been civilized since 1960.
Okay, now let me stop you again. Because if I'm addressing you currently right now on where we finna take this, that's how you have to accept it. Or if you want to keep doing the past or yesterday or earlier today, then you're gonna do that on your own.
No, I'm not, because you will never leave me alone. And the only thing
I just spoke.
If she would think above the surface level, what I'm saying is kill that shit. What can be done? But no, here comes all of the goddamn feedback and blah, blah, blah. Yet then, I still don't hang up. Let's see if I can work with this dingbat. Chill. She doesn't want to chill, obviously. She doesn't want to chill. She wants to get a lick back, as she stated, right? But as in the process of getting her lick back, she got to show me her character, which I already know your freaking character, catfish.
To you on something that you couldn't even capture. And that's your problem with me. I just said, if you're calling me to talk about something of 10 hours ago, last year, or yesterday, I don't want to talk about it. If you want to talk about being civilized and moving on, then we can talk about that. That's just it.
Well, girl, you don't have the bandwidth to move on. Oh, what's wrong with you? All I'm trying to do is answer a question about some goddamn nails.
Okay, now hold that thought, you guys. Hold that thought. I gotta go somewhere else to show you guys something, right? We'll come back to that. Now, this would be after this live. This is what she went to take time out to do, right? There's about 3-4 of them. Y'all got to hear this goofy shit. Straight up. Y'all got to hear this goofy shit here. I am her lifeline, right? Oh, wait a minute. Looks like she took it down. Okay, I think she removed that post. Yeah, I think she removed that post. I do not see it, but it was about, let me go down a little bit further. Just to make sure. Yeah, she removed the Washington Post. If y'all find and see it, let me know because I don't see it. And for the record, I am down her time post. See this? Everything is pat. Look at that. She got videos up. This is her page, and it's not there. So she won't say that there it was. This is the type of the evidence of proof that she likes to put out. Shit that you can't read to, be satisfied with the proof. But that's how she do it. I don't even understand how this fucking proof. How? What does hardwood floors? I'm just saying. We gonna get back to it, but this is all my shit. This is it. Look, it looks like my page, don't it? Look at this shit. This looks like my page. Okay, I'm like, girl, look at that. She gonna leave it in the hands of the Lord. And then she goes into that. So that post that had the Washington stuff on there, right? It's not there. That another one of my videos. She hate this video here. This the one where she wants to say something about kaleidoscope. Bitch, the goddamn AI threw that shit in there. The fuck? I didn't ask for them motherfuckers to put no makeup on me, but it is what it is. However, let's go.
Ain't you the male expert? Stop taking deep breaths.
Do
and
y'all
all of
hear me?
that.
Do you hear
This
me
is you.
answering her? Do you hear me answering her? I'm processing this. Did this bitch just say 2 fucking states of Washington? What the fuck? So now the light bulb is on. Oh, this bitch is over here for play. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's play. Let's roll the rim. Let's go. We on the stage. Listen to this shit.
Answer a question about some goddamn nails. Ain't you the male expert? Stop taking deep breaths and all of that.
So, obviously, because she's in her bubble, right? She can't even analyze gestures. Gestures means something. Whether if you going, oh, click your thing, all kind of things, snap your finger, those are gestures. But the professor, the teacher would know that. But it's not acceptance to her. She don't want to accept that. Oh, the fuck did this bitch just say?
I mean, this is YouTube. You take
you let me answer your first question for you. You have a postmaster in Jackson County. Go and ask your postmaster.
Okay. Don't y'all think that was a decent enough a response for that goofy ass question that she asked? Meaning, I'm not about to play with your bitch ass. Go send that bullshit that you just asked me to your postmaster. Go ask your postmaster what the fuck to do with that goofy shit you just asked me. Go on. She doesn't absorb it that way. She absorbs it like this girl is dumb and don't even know. She's about to answer to 2 states of a Washington that don't exist. This is in her fucking head. I don't know the 50 goddamn states, I guess. Or I was supposed to say, oh, well, when the fuck did they add another Washington? Oh, well, where is it, catfish? Huh? Well, oh my God.
I'm not asking my postmaster. Pap, I work at night.
You hear this shit?
You know that.
And you all,
I don't have an answer.
She thinks that I don't hear this shit. When the fuck did I become deaf? When? When the fuck do she not realize that after I asked or I told her, either you're going to talk with fucking respect, we're going to do this cordial, right? When the fuck did she think that I forgot about that? I'm not absent-minded. I forget a lot of things of the past, but when I'm on a current event speaking, I can remember what the fuck I just said 10 minutes ago.
To you, I'm not.
I ain't asking.
You can't. You just can't, Claudia. This really got to be some dope fiend type of ass shit.
I'm not asking my postmaster. Pap, I work at night.
Listen.
You know that.
I don't have an answer to you. I'm not.
I ain't asked the question yet.
You asked me something about a male, didn't you?
You hear she trying to play? And y'all think that I have forgotten about this goofy bitch doing that stage performance a couple of years ago and think that that's not her resume, that's not going to stick to me? Oh man, y'all got to be, come on, man. Come on. We smarter than that. I know it ain't left y'all. That's 2-3 years ago. People like that who do those kind of things, right? You have to keep them in the catalog. You have to keep them in front of you so that you can see it fucking coming, not behind you. You can't see it coming. This bitch ain't as swift as she think she is.
I asked you about mail. It's really quick. Okay. We have.
She still want to push this shit. Okay, push it.
Washington, right? Are there two states? Two states. I'm just trying.
I'm breaking her down from her kneecaps. I asked for the likes. I know it's 4 more likes out here in this chat room. I know it is. And I'm asking you for it. It don't get no more raw cut than this. Step by step.
Figure out how to send it because it's supposed to go to y'all to the level. Hello?
Yeah, did you put a stamp on it? Did you make sure that it ain't got no drugs in it? Because the dog's going to sniff it.
Yeah, because you...
Okay.
That'll never come out, Rose.
Yeah,
in order, that'll never happen. Because in the midst of it all, nobody's going to 100% tell on themselves. Nobody wants to damage themselves. So that'll never happen. Because in order to do that and tell your actions of the party, right, it could possibly damage yourself. It's no difference in the shit that's we're looking at with the R. Kelly stuff going on out here. We know of everybody that might have done something, but they ain't gonna tell you. They can damage themselves. I'm good where it's at, though, sister. I really am. He asked, I moved on. I said, goddamn thing. I have respect within myself and for others that asks to have that respect about situations. So I'm good on that. Like I said, at some point in the midst of all of this, it ain't about him no more. It's about all of the bullshit that she kept up, that she kept going. Because he left And she kept it moving. She kept it going on and on and on and on. Now, by me saying, Rose, that he left, that part right there can take this into a whole nother week of an argument because she only focused on certain part to develop her attack back. I am her lifeline.
Make sure you ain't got no drugs in it and just put a stamp on it and drop it in your nearest mailbox.
Now,
But it's too. It says
she still, you hear?
Washington.
She still want to push. She's persistent at pushing this goofy shit. She's still not satisfied how I am answering her because her play time is to let me get Pap to say something goofy on the docket so I can go over and rag on her of being dumb. How many times is she going to continue to try to push this goddamn letter, this shit? Listen, how many times y'all count? She just goes on.
Because it's supposed to go to y'all to the level.
It's supposed to go to y'all's to deliver. I don't stay nowhere in that motherfucking region. Now y'all answer yourself as to why would some shit in that region over there skip the middle region, the east region, and the west region to get up here to the north region. Explain that. There would definitely have to be no services of any kind in the middle for that to happen. This bitch here seriously thinking in her head that somebody is stupid and stuck in it. And that would be her. But she kept trying to push this shit, so let's play with it. I'm going to let it play.
Go and ask your postmaster.
I'm not asking my postmaster. Pap, I work at night. You know that.
I don't have an answer to you. I'm not.
I ain't asked the question yet.
You asked me something about a mail, didn't you?
I asked you about mail. It's really quick. Okay.
I didn't have an answer yet. You asked me something about mail. I asked you something about mail. Listen to this girl is goofy. Take it back to the blackboard, bitch. Reconstruct, reconfigure. Find you another trick. None of them is going to work over here. None. Because the only person that you're tricking out on is your damn self. That's it and that's all.
2 states named Washington, right?
No answer. No answer at all.
2 states named 2 states. I'm just trying to figure out how to send it because it's supposed to go to y'all to the level.
Now, I said I wasn't going to stop this, but let me put this in y'all head, right? Because she played this on somebody else too. And it was just recently. It's going to come to me. It's not to me though. The detection of her bullshit. She's over there around whomever and everywhere. She has friends. She has this. She has people that she could pick up the phone and do and not only that, this ain't her motherfucking first time doing any mailings. Agree? Agree. So why in the fuck would she just all of a sudden ask me some goofy shit about that? Oh, because yeah, it's known where I am and what I do. Y'all, you have to ask yourself, for real, who's the goofy one? Who's the goofy one? That's like saying, you ain't never been in this neighborhood. I'm going to set an example to how goofy she is, right? You ain't never been in this neighborhood. But those individuals down there on that corner already done set up shop, right? Ain't never recognized her a day of they goddamn corner shopping shit. Y'all know what I'm talking about without saying. She comes down there, oh yeah. Well, no, I moved in on so and so and I'm over here just to get down with it, right? And she thinks that those four guys over there been holding down that corner all this time is supposed to believe that she just knew on the block and she wants to get in. No, bitch, you're already detective as a goddamn informant. Get your bitch ass out of here. Stupid bitch. They supposed to say, oh, okay, let's come on in. You take this one here and you go on that one. We got this corner already. No, bitch, that ain't how that works. No new games, no new faces, no new tricks. Get your informant bitch ass on out here. You probably would have got shot on the spot. I'm just saying.
Hello? Yeah, did you put a stamp on it? Did you make sure that it ain't got no drugs in it? Because the dog's going to sniff it.
Now I'm playing.
Yeah, because
we playing with her now.
it goes through that thing.
Yeah, make sure you ain't got no drugs in it and just put a stamp on it and drop it in your nearest mailbox.
But it's it says Washington. Both of them says Washington. We got two states called Washington, right?
It ain't coming up here. It's not going to come up here.
Huh?
It ain't coming up here anyway. So if you drop it there, it's going to go over that way, over to
Now
Washington.
she thinking because I didn't respond to her that, bitch, it ain't no two damn states of Washington, right? Since I didn't respond that way, because we're doing play time, right? We're being sarcastic. I am. She is. She came off sarcastic. She came off with the fucking buffale. Well, let me lead it this way. Let's lead it this way. Let's put the train on a different track for her. Because she can't catch on to what the fuck I'm doing. But I've been caught on to what the hell she was doing with her super slow ass. Use a super slow. But because I didn't respond with, well, wait a minute. Ain't no goddamn two states of Washington. She seems to have thought to herself that I can't play. Huh? I can't genuinely redirect to sarcasticity. Huh?
Find it.
Which Washington?
D.C. Put D.C. on there.
Okay, well, what about the other state?
Throw that one in the garbage. It ain't going to make it there anyway.
But why you being so,
Now she catches on. Now she catches on to what I'm doing, which is, one, not giving a fuck about what she's asking me. Have no interest in it all. Two, why the fuck are you asking me anything like that? I'm not supposed to be a thinker. Everything that is said to me is supposed to go on deaf ears where I'm going to respond in a manner where she can say, this bitch is done. No, bitch, psych. Joke's on you, bitch. Any day, every day, all day. You ain't up on my fucking level, bitch. You only understands the circumference of your bullshit. You're the one that's trapped in the bubble that where you didn't escape to get out to learn other people moves. Huh? You are going to always get checkmated over here, bitch. So go and try and find you another goofy like yourself to fuck around with. you clown. But because I didn't, she now relied on her community board to put the message out half-ass about Pap. Didn't know that I told her it was 2 Washingtons. Bitch, move the fuck.
Because you're asking me something right now, and we're not on that friend level right now. I don't know. We're not. Okay, so therefore, when it's something pertaining to what I know and how I know as far as doing my job, I ain't doing it for free. I do shit for free. No information or none of that. None. I can't pay you. Exactly. But if you were on that friend level, I gave you that shit for free, first time customer service only. Definitely. Okay, first of all, how would somebody be on a friend level with you? I'm not talking about a friend level as shake my hand, call you every day. I'm talking about you need to chill on this shit. You need to chill on. You should have been chilled.
Whole lot of words that I said where it could have just been summarized as cordial. Move the fuck on. You stop saying shit, I'll stop saying shit. She doesn't grasp that because there was a whole lot of words up in there. And she couldn't summarize it down to that. See, I can do like how she just did with that 2 Washington bullshit. You could have said, bitch, catfish, I'm talking to you. Well, what do you mean by that exactly, Pap? But see, since I know that you was over here on some goofy shit, you gonna get the long runabout version of Pap. You're going to get the complexity of Pap. I'm going to keep your deranged, delusional, narcissistic ass just going in circles. That's what I'm going to do. I could have summarized that. I could have broke that down to 1 or 2 words for you to actually retain it and respond to it appropriately. But I choose to do you differently and otherwise.
On it. No. I'm gonna call you Angie too. You should have been.
I left out the Angie with the 2 E's. That gets under her skin.
Long time ago. You lost your motherfucking shit.
Here we go.
Some shit that wasn't that you made up in your head. Okay, I had no reason to come at you. Why would I have to come at you and the man over here with me?
Okay. Now, let's pause that. Because I sincerely need an honest answer. Because later on in the live, which I'm probably not going to get to unless it comes up right behind this, right? This is the first time since I made that phone call to her that you will hear the man. True or not? True or not? Who mentioned the man? And we all know what man she was speaking about. It was her. It was her that opened that door once again. She goes on to tell in her live that I did. Most of you all who have been tapping in, sitting in the trenches, ever since JoJo did his live and asked to be left alone, there is not a single soul that can sit out here based on all of the videos that comes behind that, where you will hear any mentioning about a goddamn JoJo in my lives. He asked, I honored that. But this bitch here comes back to say on her live yesterday that I did it. I did it. That sounds like her to me. That sounds like her to me, not me. Here we go.
You need chill. You should have been chilled on it.
No.
I'm gonna call you Angie too. You should have been. You should have been chilled on that shit, man. Long time ago.
And I guess it would be fair to say, because I wasn't direct enough for her, when I said you should have chilled on this stuff, meaning that all of that performative shit she was doing up there on that live, right? I guess being open-minded about it, it could presumably have her to believe that I interjected him in this story, because it did start with feelings being in play, having her say the things that she was saying, if that makes sense. So, to be fair about it, I would say that I left that open for her to come back to say the man. I'll be fair about that. I have a problem with that.
Long
You
time
lost
ago.
your motherfucking shit. That was some shit that wasn't that you made up in your head. Okay, I had no reason to come at you. Why would I have to come at you and the man over here with me?
You should.
That's crazy.
So now
I'm gonna come to you as a.
So now I feeds into it. And be fair. Ain't no need sitting over here to lie or to change the story up. So I fed into it. But once I noticed that this started to go on longer than it needed to, I tried to turn it. She didn't want to turn it. I said, why are we still talking about this? I'm over this. Let's move on. But she insists. She continued to want to get into it. Then I tried to turn it again and started asking her questions about her shit, her divorces, her this, her that. But then she does her live and she flips it to the entire live was about me questioning her about her life. Me probing inside of her life. That is how she twisted the freaking narrative about to make people assume that that was happening throughout the entire freaking live. And oh my mama, this is exactly why I can't stand this bitch. Period.
Woman. I don't give a rat's ass who anybody is dating or fucking or any of that. You don't come after the other woman because a fucking nigga put a fucking string in your back. That's absolutely. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You became that damn puppet up there like you was fucking nuts. And I told you.
Now,
I said,
maybe it's some lives that she don't recall sitting saying, huh, oh, ow. Now, when it's not really feeling her, when she's not really feeling it, I should say, she would say, stuff like that. Because now she's thinking, should I? Should I not? But the way that he positioned her, she positioned herself, she definitely aligned herself into the go along, get along. Meaning, there was a few things that she had to prove of her being on that level of, I'm a ride or die. I'm down for my nigga. Some women think that they're not positioning themselves into proving themselves in that manner to men. And that's without knowing it. Men has to have something coming from you to be of acceptance. Okay, she cool. I can ride with her. Or she down with it. Or that she's a good woman. You hear shit like that. And I'm just speaking on that in general. Especially when there is likings amongst a man and a woman. I'm just generally speaking. So let me carry out the performative actions at hand or from the blueprint. And when I say blueprint, the blueprint could be discussions, whether if it's behind the scenes, phone call, or via a mail messenger. It is what it is. If you keep on with this puppet ass show, you gonna tell me that your ass wasn't up there doing a performance way better than Booker?
What performance?
Girl, stop. Girl, stop. That performance that says, I'm going to turn the music on and when now, you dance to it, but when I stop it, then you stop. The rest of this live, you guys that stuck around, you know. You watched it. You heard it all. So there ain't no need for me to go into extending any more of this live. You all knows my stance, and she is the only one out here in this YouTube community that I have this stance with. And it is what it's going to be. I tried under a reasonable doubt to have at least a little bit of cordiality to us, but we can't get there because in her head, she's got to be the one up top. She's got to be the one that you all notice. She wants to be the one that's the most believable in her line of stories. All that other shit outside of the name of onepap, she can have that shit. I don't have nothing to say on that shit. But every single time when I catch it, if I catch it, and I know it bores y'all to death. I know it does. Because it's boring to me, right? She's nowhere near as funny as me laughing and bringing back my reaction show about Bookham. No, don't touch it with the milestone, okay? But baby, I'm going to rebuttal. I have no apologies to the public about my actions. I told y'all from the beginning, and I wear 2 sets of shoes. If we're going to be this way with each other, respectful of all of the above, I'm down with you. That's the energy that we can capture between each other. But I'm also capable of switching those shoes out and match that other energy. Does it look stupid? Yes. Now with her, I'm going to try to place myself in those extra pair of shoes that we have, the Crocs, the slippers, the flip-flops, because I got those, where it brings about the silent treatment, okay? Because this bitch here is never coming out of that bubble mindset that she has. There's nothing that can be done about it. It's too late. She's too far gone. She been conditioned. Her math don't math. I don't care how she puts it about all of this. I made too much money and couldn't get this back. I had to pay in all the way down to the 2016 retirement, all the way over here to the 2017, where she clearly is talking about how I'm on file welfare or some boufale shit she said, and I didn't have a child when her child is older than my goddamn child. The firstborn. Okay? I ain't trying to hear that shit. All the way now, 5 or 6 years fucking passed by, and she fucking door dashing or Ubering when she can, and taking her high end motherfucking class ass over there to Fed fucking X. I don't give a fuck what she says about that. None, nada. I don't give a fuck about her. Bragging about no goddamn $30,000 on no goddamn Cash App. And listen to me good, where I know for a fact that that shit don't gain no fucking yield, interest on it. It's the dumbest shit ever. It's the easiest shit too. Well, no, not really, because that shit gets detected and it's watched also by the Federal Bureau. Okay? They have a team of people that's watching that. See, you think that because they set a limit that looks real enticing and good to you about moving, or you're able to move 5,000 or let's say 50,000. Mine's on there says 100,000. However, will I ever sit up here and move a goddamn 7,500 back and forth, or over there to your over there? No, you're causing the red light to blink on your ass. And if you don't think that there's not a team that's going to be sitting out there digging up your shit. See, the feds can dox your shit, okay? And Alliance, well, what? Oh, she don't work? Oh, baby, you just open the doors to all hell. And I ain't got time for that. My shit is right where it's supposed to be, spread it back out in goddamn it banks and fucking credit unions where it can be tapped into and have a source to it to bag it up. And that's my goddamn job. And they can't refute that. Now, I don't know if she thinking that the way that she monopolize and move money here and do it back and forth is working fine. Yeah, you can get away with 300 transferring here. You can get away with 5. But transfer, keep that daily shit and keep sitting. It's sitting up in there. If you're gonna keep screaming 30,000 for the whole fucking goddamn year, when is it going to get to 40? Oh, not even that, because there's no yield out here as far as interest that's going to climb you up to 40,000 on that speedy climb. No, you will be goddamn it based on what they pay you back. I don't even know why I'm talking about that, because Cash Apps don't accrue fucking interest on it. I'd rather have 30 fucking thousand sitting over in a motherfucking interest yield accruing fucking savings account before I would on a fucking Cash App to brag about some shit like that. Really? They just made Cash App and, well, PayPal and what is the other ones? Easy access to maneuver and get money from other people around you. So you don't have to run and inconvenience yourself all the time to an institute or to a credit union. It's designed for that. It's designed for people who can't get bank accounts, checkings accounts. They just opened the doors not too long ago. I want to say maybe about 10, maybe somewhere up in there, where people can walk in now and get a goddamn savings account. Because back then, you had to furnish paperwork. They wanted to see this, they wanted to see that, they wanted to see this to even allow you to become partners or membership of their freaking institute to do so. So good morning. What's up? Nothing. Why you wake up looking beautiful? Hey, beautiful. Coda Bear walking here all smiling, cheesy and everything. She has a very pretty smile too, y'all. It is what it is. I'm like, gone somewhere. But since she's up, and I know she's getting ready to go, and I'm getting ready to go, I can get this stuff done right quick. So with her little help, and I got to be out this door in about 10:30, 11:30. By 11:30, my trip is an hour, almost 2 hours. And I hope that y'all tune back in. I'll be on my traveling little time there and back, and hopefully by the time I make it back here, I'll show you guys my Mother's Day gift to me. And I hope y'all like it. It's nothing big, but it's what I wanted. So, yeah, the professionals' arrival time is 10 o'clock today. And they will be here probably all the hours while I'm gone because it's big to me. And I wanted to share it with you guys. Um, it's nothing big. I just want to invite you guys in and share it with you. And that's it. That's all. And I ain't the only one with it. And I hope everybody else in the world gets one. Okay? It's like, and please, whatever words and this or that, use them. They don't belong to nobody. The concept of somebody even opening their mouth to say some shit like that already tells me the type of person that person is. Just that alone. Tia said it the other day. Who in the hell, as a grown ass woman, sit out here talking about, you took my word. You took my word. Oh, you only got a Pac-Man because I got a Pac-Man. Oh, who does that? Who in the world does that? Well, we're going to end this show because I'm going to let this finish playing out. Shout out to the person that's running this freaking this doctor, on here, man. It was when you go back and, people saying things and then you go and find the sources to help you understand a particular thing, a person or thing, right? It really helps. It helps a lot. I'm like, man, if this ain't this goddamn girl, then I don't know what the fuck is. But they break it down. Go watch those narcissism fucking videos, man. It's there. Bring me one, send me one where a video can define where I fit into all of this psychosis ass shit this woman done put up. Or narcissist. Where am I a fucking narcissist at? Where? I don't do this type of shit. I'm normal as fuck, but some people may think other, and I get that.
Tables before. Number 7, they never apologize. This person could bump into you or cut you off and they still wouldn't care about you nor apologizes. Why? Because they think they're better than you. Therefore, no need to say sorry. You'll know someone is thinking like that if they never apologize. They want to be alpha, but they are not. Number 8, they talk over you. The constant interrupter only shows one thing. They don't care about what you're saying. They care so little that they literally can't even control themselves for a full 2 minutes to close their mouth and let you finish getting your point across. Most people give up early on in the conversation once this person starts attempting to establish control over every single topic. And this is a good sign to note that someone thinks they're better than you. Number 9, the only person they compliment is themselves. The closest thing to a compliment this person will give you is asking you where you bought something. And even then, it might just be to criticize you instead of because they like it. Sometimes they could be a little conceited, just thinking they look good and they can pull anything off and get away with it. If people around them agree, then it'll only fuel their self-esteem. Number 10, when you get a word in, they don't pay attention. Notice how this sums up a majority of my points. When someone already thinks they are better than you, they won't care, period. Whatever you have to say will be boring. It'll go in one ear and out the other. When they aren't responsive, you might be a little uneasy, but don't worry, you don't have to care about them either because I'm sure someone will be there to pay attention to you when you speak.
Okay, so overall, we get the point. And I already know, most of you guys that sit out there and sit in the trenches and things like that, y'all see it for what it is worth. It's being proved out here, the views, the interest of it is not there. It's dropping. Those signs are there. I can see that. And however, I'm okay with that because I still have to rebuttal when I want. She will become part of this content when I want to, and we can see it as far as her. No interest in it. And it has gone on a very long time. It's when I did those 30 days, I said 30 days. She can't recognize that I went off right behind that 30. I think I might have did 33. And I shut up about it. But she can't. Y'all have a good day. I got to get it moving, and hopefully you'll come back, or and I'll do my video so that you guys can see my Mother's Day gift. Enjoy your Sunday. Peace out to you guys. Like, share to this channel over here, and have a good day. Bye bye.